coach coming in to be a player, Altec electing to play support instead of AD carry. Now, a lot of AD carry players are like, yeah, I can play support, no problem, because I'm in the bottom lane all the time. I you know, sometimes in solo queue I play support as well.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, not that different, very, very close to what they're used to. However, that's just the laning phase of playing a support. The supporting role is about so much more than just laning phase. Yeah. The ward control and the roaming from Altec, I cannot believe are going to be up to par here. So I'm really going to be watching Altec, his moves in the mid game, especially if there's a lane swap.
Right.
It really transforms that role completely, and you know, just jumping into it, even if he's had plenty of experience as a support in solo queue, will be completely different.
We'll see. Jat was talking about how not many AD carries have gone to support unless it was a long-term move like Afro moves. So we'll see in the short term. Kennen will be the first pick after bans focus quite a bit on that top lane. 4 bans there across the board, with the Morgana being a flex towards the top. 2 supports to follow up and round out the bookends. We're into picks now for the side of Team Solo Mid. Santorin has been liking that Rek'Sai quite a bit, but all junglers are ready and available.
Yeah, Rek'Sai really popular right now, especially since we are on 5.4, nerfs to Jarvan.
Yes, sir.
So one of those other top tiers was taken down. Now, going over the first pick here, I really like when Winterfox can get hard engage for Avalon. Not only Avalon, but also Helios. And follow that up with an assassin from Pobelter. So Kennen, I feel like, is a great champion for Avalon. Should be fairly safe in the laning phase at the beginning too. So
2v1er.
He has had problems in the laning phase, struggling and getting behind in CS at times. Well, Kennen, he should be able to CS decently.
We'll
there's so many top lane bans here as well.
Avalon is currently lowest for CS at 10 right now on top laner, so he needs to actually focus on that part of the game to be big for the team. It's only at 45 CS at 10. It's actually quite low. We'll see what he can do. The Jarvan Kennen combo can be kind of wonky sometimes. If you get that Cataclysm in, Kennen cannot get the ult on the people he wants. He'll have to watch that as the game goes on. Wild Turtle, loving his Sivir, loving being able to go hard with the team. See what they decide to pick out here after seeing that Corki as well.
And the first pick as well from TSM, just starting it off with the Zed. One of the few mid lane champions that you can blind pick very easily, and a huge champion for Bjergsen. This guy made his name on Assassins, and on Zed, so I'm very excited to see his Zed play. When people hype up Bjergsen as the core of TSM, it's not just because he makes these amazing plays and he picks people off, he makes game-winning decisions. It's also because he actually has the highest percentage of his team's damage dealt to champions for any player in the North American LCS.
Yep.
The average is 29% of your team's damage for a mid laner. He's at 35, which is the biggest spread of anyone in the North American.
It helps to have somebody like that on your team. It's kind of like a Faker-esque feeling, like SKT would say. We feel good about mid lane. We don't have to care about that. That's what they get out of Bjergsen in the mid lane.
Yeah. And this is even with a lot of teams focusing mid lane and trying to keep him down. He still puts up those damage numbers.
So, Kobe, we see another Victor getting locked in with Leona. Last pick over here. Pobelter's going to try his hand at the mean beam this time. And we will have a last pick here. What will it be for the AD carry?
Well, I will go out on a limb and say it is not going to be Quinn.
Is that a pun? Was that a pun? Was that a bird pun?
No.
Okay. I'm just messing with you. It's one of those days, Kobe. But it's got a lot of energy.
But the Sivir is always great into the Corki because, you know, obviously spell shooting the fast bomb, and also you can break up the Leona combo with it. But what I really want to talk about is the Victor into the Zed pick, because typically a lot of Victor players do have troubles with assassins. Now he's not Victor versus Zed, not quite as bad as like Victor versus Ahri, but it's still going to be a fairly scary matchup here for Pobelter, and he is taking exhaust now on the Victor to help him out in that matchup and the all-in from Bjergsen. So very curious to see how this one does play out.
Well, there's safety from Lulu on the side of Team Solo Mid if they do start to go hard for those dives. Got to be careful of all the AoE that Winterfox can put into the composition. We'll have to see how that composition works together, because it's a bit new with Paragon now at AD carry and Altec in the bot lane.
Yep. And again, a very hard mid-game spiking composition. Winter Fox.
For Winter Fox.
Kennen gets his Zanyas. Victor upgrades his item, and Corki gets his Trinity Force. They will just be looking to rush headlong into fights using all that hard engage.
I do expect this to be the 2v1. Seeing the lanes, Lulu's going to be able to easily farm the 2v1 as well as Kennen on that side. So it's up to Dyrus and Avalon to keep themselves strong to participate in the mid game. And this game's about to go live. So tweet hashtag WFXWin or hashtag TSMWin to @LOL Esports here. And we'll be keeping tabs on how the fan vote swings throughout the game. We're about to go live onto this one. The champs have panned out. We are locked and loaded. Hi from the caster's desk. And we're going to be on to the Rift in just a few. You can see Winter Fox versus Team Solo Mid. Let's get on the Rift.
Let's indeed. The prototype Hex Core. That's what it's called.
Indeed. So making our way out. No. Oh, there is. Okay, I was going to say scary that there's no exhaust, but Pobelter has taken that. He will grab it for the team. Keep down that Zed. Very helpful there.
Yeah, that will help him out, you know, in the lane phase. But as we transition to the mid game, TSM will probably look to split push with Bjergsen and utilize Rek'Sai's ultimate to apply cross map pressure. We'll see if they're able to play around all this very, very long range hard engage from Winter Fox with Kennen and Leona. Every time Dyrus has heard that from the crowd, he gets really angry, and he goes on very, very... Ooh, are they going to... Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. They see Paragon.
Oh! Okay.
Boom! Happy birthday, Winter Fox! Wild Turtle could be another one. They're going to try to open the present. The wrapping is too tight. Oh, he can't get through the last bit of tape. But there's more over here under the tree. Look, Wild Turtle's going to be running out the other way. He may get a nice back. Avalon's going to start the game off with a kill for himself. Wazza! There's the auto attack. He gets that one down. And Winter Fox just get a beautiful start to this one.
That is definitely the way you want to start off the game. We've been waiting for people to mix up their level 1 plays, especially if you are Winter Fox staring down the #1 team in the LCS. Absolutely go for a different level 1 play. Trying to prey on TSM, looking for the deep wards, looking for the lane matchup, and it's just a simple 5-man bush gank.
That was my favorite face check. I'm going to walk up to the brush, then I'll Q right before I step into it.
He's like, oh, whoops, I should have done that before. I might as well do it now.
It's easy for us to say because we can see the situation, but obviously an unfortunate start here for Team Solo Mid and an 800 gold lead to start that one off. That, unfortunately, one went to Alltech, but Avalon will get a start with a kill and an assist in the top lane. He's the one who's been having a lot of trouble here throughout the landing phase. Let's see if this puts him on top of that this time.
Yeah. Bit of lazy play from TSM, and they start the game off with a significant handicap. Now, this time, I would actually like to see Avalon start out with a strong lane phase, because not only did he get that Wild Turtle kill, but the extra assist means boots and extra potions on top of his Doran's blade, so he can make use of the extra range from Kennen, try and harass Lulu down fairly low. So far, though, Dyrus shoves up the lane, gets his ward down, and then goes to hide in the brush.
That early level 2, Wild Turtle gets hit up. We have to remember Adrian was able to take out Wild Turtle with Solar Flare after Solar Flare due to his positioning with Leona. See if Alltech can do the same this game. Mid lane, back and forth, 12 to 10 CS, so no real lead there. And the pressure of the junglers. Now actually, they know where each other are. That Sonar helping out just a little bit, but no movement coming in from the mid lane.
Santorin does delay the blue, but
yeah, about it.
The crab has been taken, so because of that early crab from Helios, early crab route, Santorin's plans are foiled, and he must return to his own jungle. Man, Alltech threatening to go for the dive. He's just trying to make Wild Turtle miss CS right now.
Yeah.
They don't have jungle backup or anything, so basically...
That was actually a really good play.
He's just fronting right now, trying to scare Wild Turtle into missing some CS under the turret. And they do, you know, gain a decent 4 CS lead.
It grows. It will extend every time. But think if that happens over and over again, that lead's only going to grow. With the knowledge of Helios in the top lane, Wild Turtle and Lustboy weren't too afraid of that situation. They're just getting the stranglehold right now. See how these 2 kills can be continuously used. Already, Alltech being aggressive in the lane. We see his style already going to ward, getting his roam on, not being complacent. So good to start. But this is the time when you remember all those things, because this is the thing you've done the most, the early game.
Yes, and Odu supports love to mess with junglers in the early game.
Yep.
With how punishing the new jungle is.
So this is great. They may actually... No, they're not going to get a swap. I figure they may try to do something crazy here. But the freeze on from Paragon.
Upgrade? Ooh, mobility boots. So he does not have any wards to place, though. So he went for mobility boots, but changes course. And he will go for a gank, it looks like. Going to try and meet up with Jarvan. See if Alta can make another mobility boot play, similar to Kiwi Kids. They've called him off.
Yeah, maybe not.
Just kidding.
Forethought. He doesn't even know what he wants to do.
He's wandering through the
back
jungle.
and forth. He's breaking in the shoot.
So much
he just
freedom.
brought him. He doesn't want to get blisters.
Freedom as a support. All right, he does make his way over for a gank, though.
He's good. He's got it. Almost a level 6 here.
Red Pigs, though, here on Helios. They saw him walk by the ward in that little pixel bush, so nothing new to Bjergsen. He's very, very accustomed to being focused in the early game nowadays, so he'll just CS from afar with his shurikens.
Good job here by Paragon in the bottom lane to stay safe in a 2v1 situation. A vote. Team solo mid. There's a good damage trade. We'll see how many times TSM can keep doing that in the bottom lane.
By the way, the starting at 0 and filling up the graph is intended. Looks better that way. Like to see where those votes come from.
That's right. All right, so Pobelter gets blue, all tied up in CS in the mid lane as these guys reach 6 minutes. But Santorin feels like he has the upper hand to start making some moves here.
Yeah, he wants to gain some extra vision around mid for Bjergsen so he can free up Bjergsen to play more aggressively.
Nicely played, knowing that they were over grabbing blue. Bjergsen probably called that one out. Santorin quick to the move. And they're still on Winter Fox's side, holding on to about 1,000 gold lead. Let's see if they can keep that in their favor. No early dragons yet. We saw Chronologic doing that last game. This one, we'll see if Helios can make something in the bottom lane. Maybe we will see dragon here soon if this works out.
Well, they do have a ward at their own bush in the river, so if he goes that way,
a lane gank it is.
Just back up. And the TSM members in the lanes where their opponents got kills are doing a fairly good job of staying up in CS. Basically, the biggest difference is in the bottom lane, where Wild Turtle and Less Boy are struggling a bit more.
And Avalon has actually fallen a bit behind Dyrus.
Yeah, that is... Well, Dyrus is shoving up, so there's a...
Right, you're going to have a few of those in the turret.
But still, Dyrus with a CS lead over Avalon after the first blood. Or not first blood, but he had an early kill. Second to blood.
Yep. Kennen is ranged auto attacks, but it's still, he does not provide enough damage for those first round of minions to get the caster line through easily, so gonna miss a few. Helios quite low. He won't be doing too much after he takes this one. But he is level 5. Where are we at with Santorin? Pretty close to level 6 on his side as well. He is actually just at 80%, so we might see a Void Rush putting him into an advantageous spot here soon. A little bit of a Congo line here for Alltech as he tries to get some vision. All right, party time.
So the best way of tanking is not to actually take the damage, but just kite the damage. So able to circle around without sustaining too many hits.
Good freeze as well. Get that siege damage off.
Yeah, they can really zone them out right now as well, with Corki bringing in his Sheen at least. Oh, Alltech burns his flash for nothing here, and that will relieve a bit of the pressure on the bottom lane. Now, yes, of course, Rek'Sai does not need the blue buff at all, and Zed can make use of it.
Yeah.
So feeding that over to Bjergsen, increase the energy regen, and of course cooldowns.
So with Paragon being here all by himself for a little bit, he actually hits 6 first in that bottom duo lane. Keep himself safe with the Rockets from now on. Dyrus as well, thinking of that vision here. He expects to be in the top lane for quite some time as they farm it out, 73 to 60. Pobelter, he could get hit up here. That's going to be what it needs. And the lockdown as he hits the shuriken off his shadow right before it disappears.
That was disgusting. Bjergsen just ridiculous outplay on Pobelter there. Even gets his flash out of it.
Yep.
Plus the exhaust. That is... All right, that's why we're talking about Bjergsen in the beginning of the game.
That's what comfort looks like.
Holy moly, yeah. Back to his old ways on Zed.
That's what comfort is right there. Good
Man,
minute trade.
He even backed off after the initial chunk, backed off for a little bit of energy regen before going in with his ultimate. Ugh. Bjergsen.
You're almost disgusted.
Bjergsen poised to take over this game, even though they gave up 2 kills on the invade and they're barely back to even in gold now. I mean, that is a strong play. Definitely scary for all the members of Winterfox when you see Bjergsen getting solo kills.
Yep. Pobelter definitely gonna be playing this one a bit safer, but also trading nicely.
That's one of the reasons why I called out the champion select, where he picked Zed into this matchup. I mean, he picked Victor into this matchup.
All he saw was Kennen.
Yeah, exactly. All right, bottom lane though, looking to make a move down here, come around for a lane gank.
Yep.
Altec, as a good support, should, communicating that there are no wards in this bush. Helios should be able to actually push up into that bush. Okay, he does.
Bit of a read here by Santorin. Not fully to the gank, but he may be there in time. So him going up now could make this actually work in favor of Winterfox if they don't go too hard. They actually get scrying orbed by a Wild Turtle. It must have been the style of play coming from Paragon and Altec for that situation to be scrying.
Yeah, they have been playing fairly aggressive for most of the game.
Right,
but going in and pushing for that pink ward definitely made Turtle and Lespoi feel... Ooh, here's the 2 versus 1.
All right.
Pobelter.
Ooh, very nice. Hogging the wall. Santorin puts himself with an out in a scary situation. Avalon with a great ultimate, locking down 2. The Lantern could really provide some help here, but nobody takes it. Altec picks up the first one onto Bjergsen. That's traded over the Retribution kill from Wild Turtle to get a 2-kill shutdown. Lustboy, does he have the flay damage? The hit, the hook, it's not there. The glitter lance. The back side of Dyrus over the shoulder of Lustboy. Avalon trying to go hard. Lustboy dodges out just safe enough. Helios back in the mix now. This is ridiculous. Do they finally call it off? 3 members standing on each side as they break away from the fight.
Remember what I said about that free SM chant at the beginning of the game? Dyrus, it usually angers Dyrus. It looks like it's paid off here for TSM. Dyrus comes in and cleans up 2 kills. All right, so Helios, it's actually a really good idea to go for this because he knows he has his support roaming first. Even though Pobelter really low on mana, they decided to go for it because Leona's in the area. And Pobelter does not stick around to try and, Bjergsen does not try and stick around to try and finish off Pobelter because he is so low. But the collapse from both teams teleports, and the Sivir ultimate able to get Lustboy and Turtle there back up in time. Lustboy also not giving up on this kill, by the way, getting in range for the help picks Glitterlance.
So good.
Talk about bloodthirsty supports. I was proud of you, Lustboy.
So we'll see if Winterfox can stop the bleeding anytime soon here. They've managed to get themselves some early kills and a few within that fight now to equal out 4-4, but the gold lead is going in favor of TSM. Dyrus with a quiet top lane now with 2 kills, getting bigger himself. She saw Bjergsen pick up an assist as well. So slowly growing their advantage and slowly moving up their vision line as well.
As soon as Pobelter leaves mid lane, though, Bjergsen has to give up that ward. See if Dyrus can actually further punish Avalon up top. Those 2 kills that he got, finishing his Athenes for a bunch of magic resist. He can just continue to shove Avalon under turret, try and make him miss CS.
Great ward.
Oh, the great pink ward battles of TSM.
Use one to save one. That's what TSM was thinking there.
Now it dies because they left it all alone.
They'll have another one.
Will he?
It'll be back.
Thank goodness.
Altec. Oh, going a little crazy. He actually gets it right in between all 3. And Lustboy says, check this out. Flayed right through the Zenith Blade.
Now, the thing is, TSM, with that move to red buff, all it was a feint, right? They didn't call Bjergsen over to steal the red buff. They left him mid to shove it and take the objective. You'd much rather have that mid turret down than steal away red buff in the first place.
All right. So the duo lane not going too bad for Winterfox here. Avalon, he gets himself to safety in this one. Wow. Instantly, it doesn't even look like Bjergsen hits his keys. It just happens smooth. That could be Avalon living about 100 health on him. And Helios here, the bottom lane to help Paragon. It's going to be another fight. Turtle gets the Lantern out. Lustboy in the perfect position to save him. Whoa, they split again because he says, you're running up towards Victor. I'm not going that way. Paragon's going to be following down Turtle here, and it's only going to be a matter of time. What can Turtle do here?
Turtle had flash too. He could have flashed over the Dragon Ball like Lustboy did.
No! Almost.
Wonder why Turtle went
If you could fake die, I think he would have stayed alive.
Way.
So I was just about to mention that lane, that Paragon might need to get a few more kills. Altec's still in AD carry mode. He's 2-1 as the support. Needs to calm it down, start giving the kills over, and that's exactly what needed to happen. Now Winterfox can take over a bit more of the map with Wild Turtle not there. The ultimate as well being down. That's what would really help. They get this one uncontested.
Yeah, well, Turtle did save his flash, I guess, out of that. So
yeah,
he will have that up for the next play. Dragon going down to Winterfox, though. Pretty big pickup for them. Map control completely for TSM, though, as that move top by Bjergsen did cut off Avalon from the minion wave and allow them to take out another outer turret. See if TSM can close their hold. Pick up number 3 and start laying down those wards. That's when they can really open up the map, get Bjergsen split pushing, and try and at least chase people down with Sivir Ultimate. You can really outplay Winterfox when they're switching from lane to lane, since they do have that Sivir ulti ready and double summoner spells on Turtle.
Bjergsen must be pretty happy right now seeing Avalon's build foregoing the Zhonya's. It's something that was absolutely needed this game with a Zed being on the map. That's really going to hurt him that he put the guys in there. Hopefully he can still provide the stun damage that his team needs to bring in the DPS. It's going to be tough. A lot of things working against them right now as TSM starts to move closer and closer onto their side of the map. Helios here for a bit of protection, but Team Solo Mid moving power and numbers can't really be messed with right now.
Yep.
Oh, hello.
There's the vision control, and that we talked about. Setting it up on bottom side, prepping the area for a Zed split push. Bjergsen going to circle around down to the bottom lane as they keep their AD carry mid. Just keep Turtle constantly shoving this wave. Very easy wave clear for Sivir. And they do have the red side jungle to fall back into.
Avalon has to be careful, as well as Dyrus, about the teleport being stopped. Both of them have that chance to do so, and teleport is up. I'd be pretty surprised if Winterfox tried to take one of these fights, though. TSM way too far ahead right now. When they get a small lead, they can make it look very big.
Yep.
Once again, denying more resources.
They might try and take advantage of the Trinity Force now completed. So close to the Zhonya's for Pobelter, but not completed yet means that they really have to just try and hold on to their turrets. TSM with a good early swing top gets a big chunk of damage and even draws the rest of Winterfox's bottom lane away from the bottom turret for Bjergsen to work on. TSM, all that they have to do is disengage, and it's very easy for them to do since they have Sivir Ultimate. That one was even unnecessary because they had Lantern, but that's the idea, right? You have 4 people group up across the map away from Bjergsen, so he grabs a turret. Winterfox, though, not trying to give up too much ground. Regroup around the mid.
And the game's only going to get harder. We talk about what teams need to do to kind of beat Team Solo Mid, and it might be to teleport in at the right time. One gets off here. It does look like we have both top laners doing what they need to. No fight. Wow, there's kind of hard to take down the support, but they're still going for him. They are going to be able to get it. Winterfox is all sorts of Whoa! Where did the damage just come from?
Spell penetration pendant.
Through. very, very big damage coming in from Avalon. Beautiful job. And without the focus being able to take him down, that build he actually has instead of these Zhonya's wreaks havoc on TSM.
Said, take your Zhonya's and shove it, Riv.
That's right.
Go early spell penetration.
Guess so. Scary, scary build. A high risk, high reward there because he was already taking a beating in lane. But now he's 3-0-4, and my mouth is shut.
All right, we'll see if they can get the turret after this one because early move in from Rek'Sai. They might try and grab one off of it.
Yep. Well, he's got 2,100 gold now. He's going to go spend. And right before that happened, I was going to mention that a lot of times we talk about team solo mid. If you want to beat him, you have to beat him out of the laning phase. And technically, that should have happened as WinterFox was 2-0 on the start.
Yeah.
But that didn't. However, the fights that WinterFox is pulling out now, if they can keep doing that, it will happen. Because usually, if you don't win the laning phase against Team Solo Mid, the game doesn't get any easier from there. It just gets even more hard mode.
Let's take another look at the 5-on-5. So Bjergsen again, huge chunk, then goes in for the finish onto Altec. But the grand entry, after everything is used, there's no need for a Zhonya's because TSM just went all in on the team fight.
Yep.
And Avalon just cleans up for the team.
Victor ult there for the beginning as well. Nice bit of burst. Right before Pobelter went down, he made sure to get that out.
He also,
his
first upgrade was for the laser. So you get that extra explosion damage.
A meaner beam. It's getting there. Not yet. So they close that bit of a gold lead the team Solo Mid had by about 1,000. Creeping back into place, grabbing the first rung of that ladder necessary here. The Triforce burst helping out quite a bit. Now Avalon with the needlessly large rod can make even more of an impact in the fight. Gotta wait for that flash though. It was a big play in the last one. So there may be a bit of a gate for them. Could be a good kill here. One onto the other. Again, he hits up Altec. He should live with the heal there. A few more shots and Bjergsen actually gets hit up going into solo split push mode.
Look at all the ward coverage that timed out for TSM inside the red side jungle. And, you know, Altec and friends doing work clearing out all of the wards that TSM placed for Bjergsen's split push. And without those, they follow the line of pink wards over to take out the split pusher. TSM did get some damage for the death of Bjergsen. Wasn't completely in vain, but WinterFox able to actually take the turret afterwards. So pretty big win there, picking off Bjergsen.
Paragon's keeping strong, playing calm. Places where he needs to be and pushing lanes for the team. 205 right now for him on Corki. We'll see what happens when the team actually gets together and starts using all this power that they've just gotten out of these fights.
Yeah, he is in that mid-game damage dump of Corki where he can just spew out mixed damage.
Well,
double buffs as well. Post level 11.
They got a little bit of time to wait for that mana to recharge. I don't know if Dragon's going to be just yet, but the coverage is going to be there. Bjergsen's back up on the bottom lane. His Ignite is up as well for some kill pressure if he wants to go deep again for the fight. But it seems like WinterFox kind of has his number here. He needs the rest of the team to do this.
Dyrus gets picked off.
Dyrus gets picked off again. Aphromoo there to save him. But Helios comes flying in stage left. Says, I want to be a part of this one. The people love me. And that is going to be another kill. There's the mean beam from Pobelter. He takes down Lustboy. And these guys are starting to pick up some ground.
I love me a good dunking. That was beautiful from Helios. But man, we were questioning Altec's mid-game play, right? He's been controlling the vision with the help of his team. He's also landed several really good solar flares. Even though Bjergsen was able to dodge his solar flare with the ultimate previously, it was Altec who actually cornered him and ensured that kill. So Altec on this Leona having a pretty good debut.
Here we go.
This one was easier than the last.
Ah, that ward right there.
Right there. Able to get him. And Helios flies in.
So graceful.
Space Jam. Swoo! And he finishes off the kill, doesn't he? Nope, Victor.
Don't tase me, bro. Tase. Got him. All right, 24 minutes into this, 11-6, as WinterFox is just somehow surging right now, perfectly using these spikes in their weapons.
Well, speaking of surging, Avalon does have his flashback up, so very, very dangerous here. Zhonya's completed. This is the crazy mid game that we warned against from this WinterFox squad.
Right.
Victor hitting extremely hard right now. Corki's got the 2-item giant power spike. And Kennen is ready to roll. See if TSM can actually split push effectively, though.
And this is TSM with pretty much their composition. This is an experimental. This is Bjergsen on the carry. He's not on Cassiopeia, disengage, or counter-engage, rather. So TSM is kind of losing on their bread and butter right now. And this actually might be toast for Bjergsen. That's right. Bjergsen doing some good work. That's what makes the split push a little bit easier, when you can get the threat first without the rest of the team being
That was
there.
basically the best that you can even hope for from a split pusher. Not only did he kill the AD carry, he had 4 members of WinterFox on the top side
Chasing.
of the map.
Yeah, perfect.
So
good call.
they got a turret off of it, they got the kill on the AD carry, and he got out unscathed. So well played is basically what I'm saying here.
One thing TSM is good at doing is assessing their mistakes. As Jat says, once TSM fix something, fix it. But assessing those mistakes and figuring out if WinterFox is beating them right now, what they're doing wrong while still beating them. Because obviously TSM was on the back foot, but now they haven't.
Yeah, speaking of which, all that attention up top, they took that time to place those wards down bottom to secure the split push here, this time from Dyrus on Lulu, with teleport available. But that vision inside the jungle laid it down for him. And, even though Avalon, picked up a bunch of kills there with the teleport in, still Dyrus with that massive CS lead over him. Yeah. And the 2 kills of his own from teleporting to the team fight. He's ahead in gold over Avalon, even with that extra kill. So Dyrus still very much a split pushing threat.
About 1,000 there. Got some good gold. Bjergsen sitting on a Swiss bank right now. He's got a pretty good roll. Have to go back and spend that at some point. But right now he's split pushing. And with that, obviously, the kite to fight mentality is on for Team Solo Mid, but I'm sure they're not afraid to take the picks if they come. Turtle to pick up red here before they get back into the engagement. And now we see actually a little bit of help for Bjergsen towards the top side, knowing pressure could start to head that way.
Let's see about it. Clearing at the other side of the jungle now. Dyrus, he's got a couple wards left in the jungle. He should see Paragon coming out. So he does back off immediately. Able to play it fairly safe. Paragon, by the way, is the hope here for WinterFox.
Yeah.
A lot of the gold focused onto him. Very strong point for Corki as well. So much burst if you jump in on Corki into melee range. Being able to land a Phos Bomb plus the Blade of the Ruin King active, plus getting shredded and a Trinity Force proc auto attack. Huge amount of burst on this champion. Whereas Turtle is now finally coming into his stride on Sivir. He's got the multipliers of Phantom Dancer plus Infinity Edge, and his damage will start to skyrocket now.
Well, Kobe, you rely on your coach for wisdom and guidance, and now WinterFox will rely on their coach to carry them throughout the rest of this game. Hopefully he can do so. He is pretty big, like we were saying. They just got to find that fight first. Bjergsen can easily take someone off the map. We just saw that with Paragon. That's his only death of this game. And it came when he really didn't have a choice about the positioning, and another kill when he doesn't have a choice about it. Boop. That was,
I would have said,
it's pretty great for Lustboy to get on that.
Able to tag that assist. And Bjergsen with the exact same play. Different bush, same play, same result. Now it gives them a ton of pressure here up on the top side. Let's see what they can do with it, because Dyrus is still keeping up the split push bottom, remember. Even though TSM have backed off here, he gets all the way to the turret, and TSM make a play for Baron. Will Helios decide to walk up into the danger here? I mean, they've got a couple wards, but very dangerous to get in range. Sivir still has ultimate, so the threat there of the 4-man squad turning on you and chasing you down, very real, especially if you use your flag for vision to check, then it leaves you without your escape of EQ if Sivir decides to pop ult and charge you. Everybody backs off though. Dyrus done with his split pushing ways and comes in with a tremendous amount of ability power. It looks like he's going for Zhonya's after his death cap, so plenty of utility scaling here. Yep. And a huge amount of speed for TSM. Let's see how they can use this speed.
Yeah, Righteous of Glory.
They could very easily
Righteous Glory just finished.
Cause Avalon to whiff an ultimate. If TSM are able to use Sivir and Lulu and Righteous Glory to kite a Kennen ultimate, it would be devastating to Winter Fox's 5-on-5 game plan.
Well, there is the Righteous Glory to the Talisman of Ascension. A bit of a counter there, or in if Altec wants it to go for the fight. He is now 3-2-3. First game as support, still picking up those kills. We'll see how everything else pans out. Bjergsen actually just chugged a Elixir of Wrath, so he's looking to get a bit more damage and stay strong on this push.
Paragon better be careful with where he walks.
Yep.
What brushes he checks when he's wearing blue buff. Don't want to give that one up. But again, the 1-3-1 from TSM, as we expected. Bjergsen split pushing, Dyrus keeping the pressure down bottom. And of course, Sivir, the ultimate AD carry wave clear mid, able to hold against pretty much everything.
Looks like they're going to try to...
He could go sneak around and solo Dragon if he wanted to. He doesn't have a whole lot of lifesteal, but double Doran's Blades with the damage that he has, he should be fine doing it.
I was going to say Dyrus having that split push in the bottom lane, now pulling Avalon over. They're really free to do pretty much whatever they want.
He has shields to work with. He doesn't have lifesteal, but...
Okay.
All right, he gives up on it as...
They're pretty pinched right now, actually. They're surrounded completely by Team Solo Mid in this position. Just TSM doesn't want the fight.
Nah,
Winter Fox is trying to snake through wherever they can to get this vision.
Yeah, TSM don't want to get grouped up. The 5-on-5 where Winter Fox get a wombo is the... is the exact thing TSM want to avoid with this split, so...
It's one of the ways that they actually lost to Team 8 was the Ori Wombo combo, so they know. They don't want to fall back into that. Team Solo Mid was taken apart by that back, I believe, around week 2, week 3. And we haven't seen them falter too many times. When they do, even in this game, they find a way to come back. And now already on the inhibitor turrets, 30 minutes in, making quick work of these objectives.
And as you speak of it, last secondary turret goes down for them. And Dyrus not going for the Lich Bane for his split push, building for that massive ability power and the Zhonya's for his team fight, but still effective damage on the turret because of the scaling for AP on hit for buildings. And it also helps his disengage. If he gets caught down there split pushing, he's got so much ability power to scale for. Oh, looks like the shove mid though. Winter Fox will be able to answer one. Let's see if TSM can actually get up to those inhibitor turrets in time to force Winter Fox out back.
This is nice. This is the first time we're really seeing Winter Fox try to force something here other than that fight earlier.
Can they stop backs? Because Bjergsen could annihilate.
It's going to be big. He will actually come up and try to fight these guys. He's going to be walking through some wards. I don't know if they will have enough time to react.
Kennen has teleport, and he's walking through enemy territory. Bjergsen has to be really careful. He's got to think there are wards in enemy territory.
Oh, will he get over in time? He is. He's on to Paragon. That could be enough damage. He is so healthy that he's going to completely live through that. And it looks like they may have some ground to work here. Maybe just vision clearing, but a little time to breathe as well.
Yeah, that is a play that you make if you are sure your support was just clearing the enemy jungle. But venturing into the enemy jungle without being absolutely sure that Winter Fox didn't place any wards there on the re-entry is, well, that's what happens when you go in without assurance of ward coverage there. And good job by Winter Fox. Capitalizing on it.
Finally
maybe a little bit of miscommunication there for TSM.
Making TSM move to the beat of their own drum on the side of Winter Fox. It's actually what I was saying. It's the middle fight was the last time we saw Winter Fox come out huge with Avalon. Team Solo Mid since then has said split push. We don't want to group for another Kennen ult. They haven't come close to grouping, and the moment they do, they kind of find themselves in trouble. So again, back to the split pushing. TSM trying to spread Winter Fox thin here a little bit.
Yeah, they so far have been playing fairly well around the comp Fox that they see. But again, another shove up to the top for Winter Fox to try and pressure an objective, and they leave Victor this time for the split push. Now Dyrus, they do have teleport advantage here at TSM. If they can actually catch somebody and keep them up top for long enough, all they have to do is drop a ward, Dyrus can teleport in, Victor's walking up, though.
Alltech very close. That's not the first time that he's gone on to Leona, but that's also a lot of crowd control that TSM doesn't have to deal with now. They're on to Helios. He should get popped here, trying to keep Wild Turtle in the Baron pit, but they make sure not to attack the Baron. Helios somehow lives through that one, and the rest of the team is on a roll now. The Cavalry is on the fight. TSM has to back up. Avalon with the flash in. He's already flashed, and the ult is already down from before. Can he continue, though? The lockdown, the Zanyas, the save. Santorin now in the eyes of Paragon. Is the Valkyrie up? It was used actually to get into range, and TSM is running for the hills. Winterfox should definitely be using a bit of this to get a push on as well. If TSM keeps them on the chase, they're going to get practically nothing.
He's trying for the great escape here. Bjergsen going to kite them around their own jungle. 3 members lost there for TSM. Alltech, can he land it?
It's up, it's up.
There you go.
Oh, he hit it, the solar flare. Oh, he got just on the edge, so it's the slow for Bjergsen. He's waiting for the shadow. The ward goes down to keep vision of someone they already got. Oh, it missed him. How did he get away? He dodged it again. Bjergsen running for his life. He dodges another missile. This is gonna be it. Helios gives up chase, and Bjergsen with the amazing chase gets out alive. Just shaking your head.
That is definitely a crowd pleaser. What a marathon from Bjergsen. He literally ran around the full circle of Summoner's Rift through all 4 quadrants of the jungle.
We needed some Rocky music.
That was quite an escape. So the reason also why he got away, Alltech wanted to give away the kill to his carries. He could have gotten 1 auto attack off after he landed that Zenith Blade.
That's true.
It looked like he could have.
Well,
I feel like he could have.
There was a split because Bjergsen flashed. So it probably would have been half auto attack. He did make it out.
Very close, nonetheless. And those rockets were a pixel away from exploding on Bjergsen's back.
That one, we could talk about it all day. Let's move on. All right, 36 minutes. This is getting pretty good here. Tight on both sides. We're looking at an open inhibitor turret down the middle for TSM. Open inhibitor turrets on every lane for Winterfox, which is a bit scary for them. But they're holding their own so far. How long can they do that, though, against Team Solomid? Once they figure out what they actually want to do, usually they can execute it near perfect. It's going to be hard mode from there on out.
Whew, yeah. All right, so let's regroup. Go over what TSM need this time around. Once again, through all that running around through the jungles, they've actually lost a lot of their deep wards. So trying to establish that again so that they have a route for Bjergsen to split push. Retaining mid lane control, very important because they need to have the pressure here in preparation for this dragon. Looks like they will be able to collapse on it. Pink ward preemptively put there by Winterfox. The only thing is Crab taken by TSM. So the threat of the Baron for Dragon trade isn't there. TSM can easily commit to this dragon. Crab runs out for TSM though, so their vision will fall inside the Baron pits. Turtle's walking up, so he's in range for Scrying Orb. He has a charge for Scrying Orb. And Lesboy's dropped a ward inside. Bjergsen very, very far away at the moment, so the Zed split will not be there at the beginning of the fight. And Avalon comes in from behind.
Oh, that's the Baron going to Paragon. And not a very good Kennen ultimate. TSM's able to disperse, but they nail Bjergsen with the solar flare once again. Will he have enough damage? They're getting absolutely exploded right now. Only Alltech has gone down, and 4 members of TSM are on the floor.
Crab runs out, and Winterfox immediately start up the Baron. Huge, huge collapse there as Avalon made his way up before Bjergsen and was able to cut off the retreat. So TSM going for the steal. Could not even get away with just dropping a couple members. Had to drop 4 people. Bjergsen calling for the re-engage to try and pick up someone. So Avalon, or excuse me, it was Paragon who actually got the kill on Baron with the Corki damage.
Somebody was on.
Both junglers not able to get. So he goes back in to try and get back a kill here. But
boom.
It actually caused Turtle to commit as well. And both of the main carries for TSM go down in that re-engage call from Bjergsen.
Yep. Whew. Some pretty intense fights. And to recap, I got someone told me in my ear that Altec, during that chase, as Bjergsen was very close, queued a minion. Instead of Bjergsen.
The marathon.
In the marathon.
Well, so that is unfortunate.
Indeed.
For Altec and Winterfox. However, things have recently gone much, much better for them.
That they have.
We're in a new stage of the game where they have Baron buff.
And that's going to be an inhibitor turret, Kobe. After TSM was knocking on the front door the whole time, just a few minutes later, Winterfox turned the game on its head, grab a 2,000 gold lead, and they take down the first inhibitor turret. This looks like they're a little bit in miscommunication right now, if that's even a thing. But now they get out safely. The disengage is there. Looks like they don't want to leave for too long. They're going to get the push on the bottom lane here with Baron on the backside.
Yeah, I want to make the most out of your Baron buff. As the team said in the Baron feature,
yeah,
it's mostly about all of the turrets that you get to knock down once you do get Baron. A huge sum of gold for all members of Winterfox. And they really want to make use of the giant minion wave that they have stacked up while they still have Baron buff. Altec getting annihilated under the turrets.
Altec is not afraid to go hard, definitely switching the mentality from an AD carry over to a support, and he's been playing quite good. This could be TSM's chase. A great glitter lance onto the team. That could be Avalon going in for the team, but Winterfox actually wants it as well. That was a mistake. Here goes Bjergsen in. This is what TSM wanted. They are just shredding Winterfox out now, and it's Pobelter to run for his life. Where does TSM focus? They're actually going to try to go for the last kill. That's the glitter lance. That's going to hit. The Hell Pix is there. They ace Winterfox as they go for too much in the bottom lane.
All the neutral objectives are gone though, so they have to shove the lane. They want to try and push all the way up to this inhibitor turret. That will take them quite a while. Death Timers, even though they are past 30 seconds right now, it's going to take TSM a while to move up here and get the minions to the turret in time to take this inhibitor down.
You have to expect that TSM will always find some type of fight that can put them back in the game one time after the other. Once it's the late game struggle, TSM has shown to be one of the hardest teams to break if they are behind. And this time it looks like they won't be broken that easily either. 41 minutes, they return the inhibitor trade now to the bottom lane.
And they rise again, just barely surpassing Winterfox in gold with that extra turret kill at the inhibitor. TSM strike back. Starts off, so their main tank here, Altec, on the front line, gets hooked in, a huge chunk of damage. The turret gets burned down while he's soaking it up, so it's not that bad. The disengage, though, a little bit disjointed here for Winterfox. And Dyrus gets off a great slow, also being able to get out of that stun. What a hook there.
That's Avalon dead, right? Walk away.
Blast Boy. Bjergsen, though, with the flank, goes in to pick up every kill. Pobelter unable to kite long enough with the gravity fields. Did get that last suck in with the gravity field, so he has upgraded it as well.
It's my favorite upgrade.
Is it?
It's like an Oriole. It's like a baby Oriole. I like it. However, it's not baby Oriole.
I feel like TSM at that time, it already has stunned the people, so... Cosmetic.
I still like it.
I'm not saying that it's not a cool looking upgrade, but I like the ultimate. Makes it faster.
Yep.
Faster storm.
Like big chaos storm coming at you. And Pobelter's been sure to get that AoE off in every fight. Helios with a quick sidestep there. Lost Boy threw it a little too far behind as well. And we'll see one more attempt here at this bottom turret. With Baron being down, there's really no pressure to be on towards the top side of the map. So Winterfox wants all this bottom inhibitor themselves. Yeah.
Plus our discussion is moot because he's already upgraded it fully. It's the perfect hex score, so he's got all of them. You don't have to make a choice.
Yeah, that's true. He's got it.
All right, another flank here for Pobelter. For Bjergsen. Bjergsen's behind the enemy lines again.
There's the Talisman of Ascension. Righteous Glory still being held, but Talisman of Ascension was also blown on the side of Lost Boy. He's got double speed up for the team with Sivir speed up. These guys, they're a Formula 1 team right now.
Well, let's see if they can take the inside track to Dragon, because all of Winterfox have abandoned their push on that side. Dragon should be an easy pickup for TSM.
What a lax Dragon be, too.
Yeah.
Very slow.
Get that nitrous, 5% more speed here.
An easy pickup here for TSM. 44 minutes into the game. Paragon, he's just going to go for red. I thought he may fire a rocket over the wall, but they know it's long gone. 3 of 5 Barons now over to T Solomid.
Yeah, and as we approach that late game,
Silver Sash as well for Bjergsen.
The mid game is starting to fall off for Winter Fox. Corki, not going to be as big of a threat as Turtle at this point with the pure DPS build.
Looks like he's going for a little bit of armor, maybe a Guardian Angel for himself for this Zed dive. A bait here from Wild Turtle. Oh, nobody's with me. Don't worry.
You can see the
the rally,
the little shield animation, I guess.
Nobody's in here.
The souls are flocking to the side brush.
So many little things you don't take into consideration until you see it for the first time. So TSM not afraid to leave the base as their inhibitor has just respawned. They have something to work with in the bottom lane, so if Winter Fox doesn't go good here, it's going to be bad for their base.
Sivir ultimate pop, though. They're going to get trapped inside Baron Pit.
Winter Fox, that's Altec hooked. They keep going for him. Lustboy gets his stun. Solar Flare goes out just on the support. Avalon dives in with the ultimate now. Bjergsen still trying to do a bit of damage from the back line, but he hasn't had too much of a dive for himself. Ultimate still up on the death mark, which Winter Fox has to watch. That base is going down. It is not going to be good. Bjergsen goes in to make sure they cannot back the Shadow, also doing triple damage, and it looks like Team Solo Mid's going to get a huge lead off of Winions. Turtle into the fight. He puts the shell on, and he goes for the double kill. It's going to be Bjergsen now onto Helios. One last Shadow dash. Helios should be done. Whether the chase happens for him or not, it's going to be Team Solo Mid getting in the base of Winter Fox. The ace will happen, and Team Solo Mid prevail.
Yes, and I just want to point out the importance of that team call where they decided to give up Baron, not have everyone pile in to the Baron, and clean up after kiting the Kennen ultimate.
There it is, 45 minutes into the game. Team Solo Mid take down Winter Fox.
Now that was an exciting ending.
That was exciting indeed. Winter Fox showing signs of life, specifically in that spike of their damage. They knew how to use it. They knew when to use it, but you were looking at a team and Team Solo Mid that knew how to defend themselves against that. Once that one fight in the middle happened, Team Solo Mid never approached it again to be hit by Avalon's ultimate. It was straight split push from there.
Whew. So, #1 team, they remain on top of the North American LCS.
10-3.
And Winter Fox, with the debut of Paragon, still have some work to do. He played pretty well. There were just those few bush checks where Bjergsen was able to get solo kills on him.
Making sure he could get back into the game.
Yeah. The brush played a pretty big role there for TSM. I liked actually when they were hiding in the top lane brush by the turret. All the souls flying into the brush. Lustboy's not in there. Shang Tsung.
Don't worry about it. Getting everything that they need. We see the Victor again coming out as Winter Fox tries a few more things. Pobelter tries his hand at that. Avalon takes out the Kennen, who started the game 101. A very messy invade from Team Solo Mid. Started that game off great for Winter Fox, but I guess you're going to need more to take down Team Solo Mid in that start. Really able to come out strong towards the mid to late game. Like we said, that was Winter Fox's spike. They played it right. Paragon, however, going down too many times to Bjergsen, which goes to show that those guys can find a way to get a kill, get themselves back in, whether it be solo, whether it be Bjergsen saying, take care, team, be safe, I'm going to go get some kills. They just make it happen, and it's very, very impressive to see.
Yeah, pretty good end game there from TSM.